Hi all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share a horrific story with you out of Bradenton Beach, Florida, where police say they're investigating a puzzling crime scene that they believe is a murder-suicide that occurred on October 17th of 2020. I said puzzling because police say that it's one of the most gruesome crime scenes that they've ever worked, to the point where they almost can't piece together what happened. They say they believe it's a murder-suicide at this point, but they can't say for sure because the crime scene is so bloody. They can't tell who the murderer was or what the weapon or weapons were. So, since police can't figure it out, even after the autopsy results came in, I thought we should take a crack at it on my channel, since my viewers are pretty smart cookies. Now, according to what I've been reading online about this case, the families of the two deceased people at the crime scene believe they know what happened, but police say they can't prove it. They say at this point it's just a theory. So, let's help investigate, shall we? Let's start at the beginning. Police said the couple found at the Anna Maria Island home that they shared were 37-year-old Sabrina Dumdei and 34-year-old Zachary Winton. They also said that the couple has a history of domestic violence dating back a couple of months, starting with a call for help that they received over the summer. On July 19th of 2020, police responded to a call on Bristol Bay Drive, where the couple lived at the time, because Zachary claimed he and Sabrina were sitting on the porch when an argument started. He told police that Sabrina threw a can at his face that cut his lip and caused his mouth to bleed. He also said she punched him in the chest repeatedly, but police said they saw no marks on him. Sabrina was arrested for misdemeanor battery at this time, but Zachary declined to press charges against her. Then, on August 8th, police say they responded to another call at their home after Sabrina claimed that Zachary punched her in the face during an argument. Police say she had bruises and broken blood vessels in her right eye. They say they observed a bruise on Zachary's left eye, but Sabrina told them he struck himself in the eye and was going to blame her for it because she threatened to call police. Sabrina declined to press charges against Zachary for this incident. Then, on August 31st, police say they were called to their home for a third time for a domestic situation. Police said when they arrived at their home, Sabrina appeared scared, stating that her boyfriend Zachary wouldn't let her out of his sight. She told police that Winton was threatening her and saying, "Leave and see what happens." She said he grabbed her by the face and put a knife to her throat. The officer who responded to the call said that when he arrived, Zachary was yelling at Sabrina and walking toward her with a large kitchen knife in his pants pocket. The officer said he removed Zachary from the scene, and according to the arrest affidavit, the officer made the following statement, quote, "Winton made numerous threatening remarks about what he was going to do when he gets out to the victim, such as, 'I will kill her. She's gonna pay. If I get charged with felonies, I'll kill her, then myself. I will cut her throat.'" Unquote. The arrest led to felony charges of assault with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, battery, and tampering with a witness. Now, this arrest led to a stay-away order being put in place for the couple, but it was lifted by a judge on September 15th at the couple's request. Police say they were called to the couple's home 2 more times before the grisly crime scene was found, on October 12th. The officer responding to the first call said that Sabrina claimed Zachary took her keys and she felt threatened, but that she was fine and she didn't need them anymore. So, the officer left. Police were later called back to the home a second time on that same day, but there were no details about that call. Then, on October 17th, Sabrina's father said that when he hadn't heard from Sabrina that day, he stopped over at the house to check on her. When there was no answer at the door, he looked through the window and saw Sabrina on the floor. So he broke the window to get inside, where he found Sabrina dead. Police were called, and Zachary was also found deceased in the home. One detective on the case said the scene is so bad, it was the worst scene that he had seen in 37 years. He said the following, quote, "It's going to be really hard to put together what occurred, what the chronological events were that led up to the actual deaths. Going through the crime scene and photos, I'll try to put something together, but it's going to be speculation because there's no witnesses and nobody saw anything." Unquote. Reporters said they saw bloody handprints on a sliding glass patio door, blood on the glass, and a violent spray of blood on a deck chair out on the balcony. Police say it was unclear at the scene how Sabrina and Zachary died, and that they're just trying to piece the whole scene of what occurred as best as they can together. They say right now it appears to be a murder-suicide. Wow, how awful. Okay, this is going to be much more difficult than I originally thought. My first instinct is that Zachary carried out his threats and killed Sabrina, then himself. From what I've read, that's what the families believe also. But if there's so much blood everywhere that police can't tell who killed who, or the weapons used to do it, it almost sounds as if they fought it out to the death, probably using things in their home as weapons, so I almost think it could have gone either way. If it was a murder-suicide, then one had to kill him or herself after killing the other, but the autopsies didn't determine how either one died. So, it wasn't death from a gunshot wound or a knife through the heart or anything like that, because those things would have been determined. It sounds like one was killed and the other bled to death from his or her injuries. But injuries from what? Blunt force trauma? Had to be. This is a strange one, isn't it? Strange and tragic. What do you think happened? Do you think Zachary carried out his threats? Or do you think they were physically fighting and Sabrina killed him, then took her own life? I'll be following this case to see if any more information comes out from the investigation. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the time you spend with me, and I'll see you on my next video.